Hello everyone, my name is Zinser and I anchor at CNN International. I'm super proud to say I have my dream job. I wake up every day and so excited to go to work. But my life was always this way, but I do want to share a little bit about my background and hope and motivate and inspire some of you. So I'm an anchor at CNN International now, but about four and a half years ago, as we're working as a receptionist. The reason why I share that is because I want to let you know success will never really associate in life. It's gonna be bump along the way. For the longest time in life, I always believed that hard work was the key successful. I thought, you know what, if you work hard, of course you're gonna be successful. But now I realize that there's so much more to the story. There are plenty of people who work hard who don't necessarily make it into the career. There are plenty of people who extraordinary talent who knows the right people who are well educated, who don't necessarily make it. It's not always hard work. What that means if we're going to be successful. In 10, I will share with you a bit about my life and my background. I was born in Rye, London. My family and I were originally from Nigeria. The words in probably most difficult in my life was September 3rd, 1988 is about 5 years ago. My mother and I were in the kitchen in our London. We just got back from wedding in Nigeria, and my brother and my father were still in Nigeria a few days after waiting for the road trip. Father and son road trip. They were supposed to come home on December 3rd, 1988. We were supposed to pick up from the airport. And we're waiting and waiting. I guess some miss. I guess we some missed the flight. We continue wait. And then later on that day, my mother got a phone call from family friend in Nigeria, and the voice at the other end of the line just basically said, the husband and your son have been involved in a car crash. One of them is dead. We don't know each one. So, the crash could happen in Nigeria, but there were about 5 years people in car. Every car died instantly from one person by seat, where my father and my brother were sitting. It turned out to be my father who died. My mother was pregnant at the time. Of course, she is devastated because my parents were really love each other alive. So I was raised in a single-parent family. For a while, my mother sent me to live in Niger by myself with my grandmother. When I came back, she decided, in life, if you want to be successful, you have to be able to relate to people from all walks of life. So she deliberately sent me to various type schools. I went to school in Nigeria. I went to state school in poor neighborhood in South London. I went to private school and then went to boarding school. It's one purpose, deliberately, because my mother felt that if you want to make it in life, you need to able to relate to everybody. So when we were 16, I was chased Nigerian mother, but but I was 16, she decided to want me to go to Oxford. She sat down and she thought, oh, how can I guarantee that my child go into the offers? What I can do make that happen? And she thought about it a few days and she came up to me with a purpose. And she says that it will ban me from watching television for 18 months. So, only allowed to watch BBC and CNN International. I want to watch anything else. I have to ask special reason for that. And then no television is panned into no phones, no cable, no music. I, I literally have nothing to do but study. And my sister said to me, even living in my house, the only way you are even gonna be able to watch television again if you get into Oxford. So I really laugh now and it's funny, but you know how plans work. I worked very hard and worked shifts and went to Oxford. And overall, I didn't necessarily have an easy childhood. I was raised as a single parent. We didn't have much money.